Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Getting ready to do a little moto vlog here today, and I wanted to talk about my 300 subscriber milestone and have a little discussion about that, and as well some afterthoughts on VAMM23 as well. So thanks for sticking around. Roll that intro. Hey everybody, like I said, welcome back. Like I said, today's video, I want to talk about my 300 subscriber milestone. I noticed the other day that I hit 300 subscribers, and the first thing I want to do is thank all of you all for subscribing to my channel and watching my content and supporting me. I really appreciate it. I never expected that I would get that many subscribers doing this, and like I've always said, is that I do this kind of as a hobby. I do it for fun. I'm not out to make any money. I just, you know, I enjoy riding motorcycles, and I enjoy riding, and I enjoy talking to you guys. And you know, one thing I'll say is, you know, I kind of like when I put in my videos, I don't go out of my way to tell people to subscribe to my channel. I mean, some people do that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I figured that if people like watching my content, then they're going to subscribe to me. And I mean, you know, like with YouTube, it's, you know, subscribing to YouTube or to any social media platform is free. It doesn't cost you anything. And it's, you know, it's one thing that I'll say that I've learned about myself and being a YouTuber, and, you know, come to realization is that I've said in the past in some previous videos that I'm kind of what you call an introvert. You know, I'm not an outgoing person, and there are people out there that, you know, that are YouTubers or social media influencers that do have an outgoing personality. And when it comes to that, and it comes to doing stuff like this, when it comes to you know, being that type of, having that type of personality and having that outgoing personality and being in social media, I mean, that does draw an audience into a conversation or into an interest in a video and stuff and all. And, you know, it's being an introvert, you know, you know, us as introverts have a lot of things to say. It's just that we choose not to say them. So we kind of keep to ourselves, or, you know, we do that, you know, and all. But this, you know, using this platform and doing this has kind of had to force me to be a little more outgoing, or, you know, to speak and talk, you know, when most of the time I choose not to. So that's kind of what I wanted to kind of talk about, that, you know, particular topic for that matter. But so like I said, going back to the subscription, oh, that's interesting, subscription support, like I said, I want to thank y'all again very much for it. It's very appreciative. Chose to ride, I haven't rode in a while. You know, actually last weekend I didn't ride. I don't know if I rode I think I rode the weekend before, but I didn't film. Last weekend we went on a family camping trip for a couple days, and I just really haven't had the bike out in the last 2 weeks. I've been busy with work, and it's been kind of hot. Actually today it's supposed to be up at the mid-90s today, but regardless, I wanted to get out and do a ride. I wanted to throw the camera on and talk to you guys. a little bit, guys and gals, a little bit today. So that's what I did. It's hasn't got to the peak of the heat index today yet, but I probably will assume that it will. Okay, Virginia 256 is closed ahead. Follow posted detour. Well, this was unexpected. Haven't been this way in a while. That's alright. We will figure it out. Road closed 1,500 feet. I wonder what they're doing. Okay. Ah, they're working on the railroad. Well, looks like we're gonna have to go this way. Alrighty then. Oh, this is this reminds me of the VAMM detour that we did when we went to the Sonic. Although that road was, I'll say the road to the Sonic was a little, that one detour, that hill, whew, that was a little iffy there. It's quite an incline. It had to stop on that hill and then take off. That was kind of a pain with taking off on a bike, but stuff happens. So let's talk about VAMM. I didn't record as much as I really wanted to, and I think I found with going on trips and all that, you know, it's like I get more enjoyment out of like just meeting the people and talking. I forget to turn the camera on. The last day of VAMM, I made a mistake. And I didn't necessarily film it. Well, I filmed a little bit of it, but let's just say that most people, everybody that was there pretty much probably knew what was going on. But I had used this this like padlock or this lock that I've always took with me and put it on my rear brake rotor. And got up the next morning and forgot to take it off. Got on the bike, went to leave, and you know, just let the clutch out. Like not like a, you know, just like pop the clutch or anything like that, but let the clutch out. The bike lurched forward. The lock hit the rolled forward with it on the rotor, hit the caliper, and somehow warped and bent the rotor on the rear tire on the Scout. I don't have any pictures of it. I really don't have any footage of it other than me complaining about it, which I didn't really, I'm not going to add that to it, but that's what basically happened. So, you know, the bike was still rideable. It just, with the rotor, the way it was warped, it would you know, the calipers kind of floating back and forth. It rolled forward and it would just kind of, it would hit the rotor, or the rotor would hit it. You know, we stayed about 15 miles out of Tazewell and Claypool and rode it to Tazewell, and I got to Hardee's for that last day, that last ride, and I want to give a big shout out to Mr. G, 1965, for helping me out. He knows a guy, his mechanic from Iron Titans, who took a look at it, and they were able to get it a little more straightened out than it was before, so that helped. But you know, it wasn't, I mean, it wasn't, no way you were gonna get it perfect. It just, you had to be replaced. It was my mistake, a mistake I made. Maybe if people watch this video and get that idea of putting a lock on the rear disc or the rear rotor like I did, just remember that, don't forget to take it off, or you might end up like me. So like I said, the bike was still rideable. I didn't really use the rear brake that much. I pretty much like was kind of, you know, I would only use it unless I absolutely needed to. So I was kind of being kind of gingerly on the rear brake, you know, while I rode it the rest of the time. And like I said, this was the last day. I did ride it home. Didn't have any problems riding. It didn't have any problems riding it. It was fine. So rode it home, got home, and you know, I really didn't want to I wasn't going to mess with it myself and replace it. I was like, I'll just take it to my mechanic. It's funny because I took it there. I took it like a week later because I was, you know, we were busy and I just didn't really have time to mess with it. I took it over there and told him, like, hey, I need this rear rotor replaced. And so he called me a couple days. He called me like a day or two later, and he's like, "What in the world did you do?" He's like, so I told him. I said, he's like, "Oh, okay." So he ordered a rotor for it. Of course, you know, you had to pull the rear tire, pull the drive belt off, and he went ahead and replaced it. And man, I tell you, it's like it never even happened. This thing rides exceptional. It rides real well. It stops excellent and everything. And I've, you know, thankful for a good mechanic that can do that kind of stuff. I like working on my bike myself, and I like doing things to it, but I know my limitations on certain things, and I just, you know, a lot of times I don't have the time to, you know, to mess with it. I'd rather be out riding it for the days that I do have free and just, you know, let somebody else deal with it. And I think I've learned more about that as I've gotten older about certain things, is that, you know, I've spent so much time. I mean, it's you know, if you have the knowledge and the mechanical skill to do that kind of stuff, I mean, it's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's great, and it can save you a lot of money too. I mean, I can dedicate my time if I want to you know, doing something mechanical. But like I said, when you're limited on time for, like, say, you know, you have your weekends and then you're working, you just don't have the time. You'd rather be out here right now riding. I'd rather be doing that. I'd rather be out riding right now and enjoying a day like this than be in the garage right now working on it. I mean, I'll save that kind of stuff for maybe for the winter, or like the, you know, when it's not the riding season and it's a bad day and I've got the time to do it, I will do some stuff to the bike. So that was that little story I wanted to have about my last day of VAM and a little mishap that I had. But everything turned out all right. I know some people out there knew about it at VAM and were kind of wondering how things went, but that's pretty much how it went. That was pretty much the story to it. So I've talked about a lot today. This video is probably pretty long, and it's usually longer than a normal motovlog video that I do. I try to keep them pretty short. I want to thank you guys for sticking around. I'm going to tell you one thing. When I was down at VAM, I did get a lot of stickers. I got a lot of new stickers at VAM. And I'll show up here real quick my board, that some of the stickers. I've actually had to add another board to my garage, you know, for stickers, because the other ones have started to fill up. So here they are, no particular order. Got a lot of new stickers from some folks. Met a lot of new people at VAM23, and great people to talk to, and you know, it was a fantastic time. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you like this video, give me a like, leave me a comment if you choose to do so. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.